A lean influence on Scrum. Now, lean has a history that predates the Agile movement, Agile with a capital A, because Japan, primarily Toyota as the pioneer, in the 1950s, 60s, into the 70s and beyond, developed the lean thinking model. And that lean thinking model primarily was focused on reducing waste, but that's not all it did. There were also some considerations for cost savings, but that wasn't all that the lean movement provided. The lean movement has a couple of pillars around it I think would be helpful for us to recognize in this discussion. One of the pillars is the importance of people, and another pillar is the importance of continuous improvement. Now, if I can pronounce this correctly, the continuous improvement pillar of lean is pronounced Kaizen. And you can see where I'm going with this, because if you're familiar at all with Agile and Scrum, you'll see that there is a significant amount of attention paid to the importance of people and to continuous improvement. Now, of course, we are interested in cost savings. Both, though, are also interested in delivering the highest value to the customer possible. Now, I started by saying that historically, lean thinking comes before the agile movement with a capital A, but agile behaviors have been around for a long time. I've had some discussions with people that were pointing to ancient China and some examples where some of the production projects that they were involved in today might be viewed as an agile approach. For me, I think going into the 1940s is adequate, where Lockheed Martin was challenged by the US government to build a fighter jet in record time. And not only did they do that, they actually came in slightly ahead of schedule. You can read about that in the Skunk Works project. Back then, they didn't call what they were doing agile. But today, if you look back on that, you might agree with me that some of the things they did represented some agile thinking. Agile with a capital A comes about in the late 1990s, 2001, of course, with the creation of the Manifesto for Agile Software Delivery Development. So lean thinking influenced that agile movement. The people in that discussion around this new definition of this word agile, I know at least some of them because I've spoken to some of them, were very familiar with the lean movement. And it seemed reasonable that the lean movement would influence what they were trying to produce with the agile movement. Think about the four values of the Agile Manifesto. We value people, we value individuals and interactions over processes and tools. Doesn't mean processes and tools aren't important, but we certainly value people over those processes and tools. And when you look at the Scrum framework, you'll see that it's littered with respect for people. Respect is one of the Scrum values. You can see that the different events of Scrum, the daily Scrum, the review, the retrospective, those have built into them this expectation that there's going to be some form of continuous improvement or Kaizen taking place on a regular basis. So I hope you can agree with me that there is an overlapping, maybe a blending of these different concepts coming together.